So let's say a borrower comes to you and their credit score is not great. I
Mhm.
mean, although they could technically get
Mhm.
approved,
Yep.
it's not great. It's impacting them negatively. Their mortgage
Sure.
insurance is too high. What you would recommend, obviously, that they go fix their credit, like, but what would
Yep.
you really recommend them?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of stuff you can do, and credit is a mystery. As long as I've been doing this, it's actually frustrating because I see what certain things will do to your credit score and what other things you think would hurt your credit score a lot don't. And without like diving in too deep, a late on a mortgage is really, really bad. But a late on a credit card is even worse. So go
Interesting.
figure. I kind of say that jokingly because it's a big picture. It all depends on what is going on in your credit. So say you have no lates, all your payments have been on time. You have 3 or 4 credit cards open, but they're all maxed out. Your credit scores are going to be low. Even though you've always been on time, you've maxed out those credit cards. And it doesn't matter if it's a $500 limit or a $10,000 limit. If you're max, credit scores are going to come in low. You're probably going to be in the low sixes because they're looking at your scenario. They're like, wait, this person has these credit cards and this person has maxed them all out. This is a credit risk. This person does not know how to, use their credit appropriately. So what you want to do, and it's kind of amazing how quickly a credit score will recover. The rule of thumb is you want your balance always to be 40% or less of the available limit.
Mhm.
That's the best for credit scores. Obviously, even lower than that is going to help even more. So I've seen people with 620 credit scores go up 100 points in 30 days
Wow.
just by paying those balances off. Don't close anything. Open credit
That's
is
another
is
huge
yeah.
misconception.
Do
Thinking
not.
you
Oh my
close
gosh.
it so
Yeah.
you don't
No.
use it. Don't
No.
close your credit
Because
cards.
that kind of like stops you right there, and the credit systems have no idea how to rate you from that
Well,
point
because
forward.
part of your score is made up of history, like the length
History,
of time
correct?
that you've had
Yeah,
these accounts open.
yeah, yep. You want to have accounts open. I have kids. One of my sons is 19, and as soon as he turned 18, I got him to open a credit card, and I want him to keep that credit card open forever
Yes.
because that's just building credit. So length of time, balances on that credit card. And if you don't have anything bad on your credit and it's just you're maxed out, you will see a huge improvement
Yeah.
within 30 days.
Oh,
So
cool.
you got to wait for the creditor to update the credit report. And just because you paid today and just because your balance is now showing at zero doesn't mean they're reporting to the credit agency today. You sometimes it takes them 30 days. Some of the big banks take 60 to 90 days to report back to the credit bureau. So we kind of have to keep an eye on that as well. It might not adjust as quickly as we thought, but it's huge. Balance is huge. And it's kind of fun for me because it's such an easy fix.
Yeah.
I can say to a client, you have that client with a 640 credit score and they're looking at a house that's $300,000 and their payment's going to be $3,800. Kind of put the brakes on it. I know you want to buy a house right now, but let's wait 2 months.
Mhm.
Let's use some of that down payment money. Let's pay your credit cards down or get a gift from mom and dad. I don't care. Get those credit cards paid down. Let's repull your credit in 45 days. Let's see where your scores are and let's see the difference in that payment. On a $300,000 between the interest rate and the mortgage insurance, I guess off the top of my head, you're between $140 and $180 lower than your
Oh, wow.
payment
Oh, that's huge.
just on credit scores.
Wow.
Why wouldn't you wait? Right?
Yeah.
But credit's a tricky thing. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
If
there's
you,
a lot of elements to it.
yeah,
But
if
I
you
mean,
have collection accounts and
student
judgments and
loans,
stuff like
medical
that,
debt.
yeah, that all plays a factor in it. But the quickest way to get your scores improved is to make
no
sure those
late
balances-
payments, put everything
No
on
late
auto
payments.
pay.
Yeah,
Lower your
always,
balances.
even if it's just the minimum balance, put everything on auto pay.
Yeah.
If you're late on a credit card, I'd say the word catastrophic, not really catastrophic, but it will totally take your credit scores overnight. And it will
What's-
take you years to get that credit score back up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our credit specialist says I forget how much your point can go down with a missed payment.
Yeah, it's a huge amount.
It's huge.
I think
mean,
it's over
massive.
100 points. It's crazy.
It's shocking.
Yeah. So it's don't ever go late. And late on late on anything as far as your credit scores go is 30 days. So if your payment is due on the 15th of the month, you're not being reported late until the 15th of the following month, which is different than what your credit card statement says. After 10 days, you get a late fee. So that's not late as far as credit scores go.
Okay.
You have a lot of time to make your payment.
Just make your payments, people.
Just make your payment. I mean, you're asking us to hand you a huge stack of cash,
Yeah.
but you couldn't make this little itty bitty credit card payment, and then you get mad because you
Right.
can't get this stack of cash. Well, show us that you can handle this little payment first, and then we'll talk about giving you this big stack of
Yeah.
cash. Right?
Yeah.
Simple.
Uh,
Makes perfect sense.
absolutely.
People
Easy
still yell
peasy.
at me all day long.
Yeah, we love it.
Why can't you give me a mortgage? You didn't pay your credit card. Would you give yourself money?
Yes, they would, but that's not the point.